What's up guys, Meredith with ExtremeTerrain.com, and today we are checking out the Red Rock catback exhaust system with the black tips fitting all 2021 and newer four-door Broncos, excluding the Raptor models. Now, if you are looking for an exhaust system that's going to keep it to a budget, but also give you a sharp look and sound, this system is going to be one to check out. Now, being one of the more aggressive systems on the page, this will be great for the enthusiast who likes to hear their system when hitting the gas and doesn't mind a little interior noise that comes with a louder system, putting this at a 4 out of 5 on the loudness meter, with 1 being stock and 5 being Wake the Neighbors loud. In addition to the sound, this is going to be one of the more cost-effective systems that also includes a dual exit appearance if you want to clean up the look of the factory muffler with some better street appeal. The small straight-through style muffler here and the mandrel bend piping that is a little bit larger than stock is going to free up a lot of what your factory exhaust system was holding back due to its more limiting construction. Now that will result in this system having a lower and more aggressive tone throughout the RPMs and that increase in volume. Now for a louder exhaust system, some of the sound is going to creep into the interior, but it's not going to be overbearing in the cab, keeping it pretty comfortable for those longer drives, especially at those lower RPMs. Now, one of the best features about this system is also the look that it brings to the table with the dual black tips on the back, and with the muffler being a little bit smaller and more hidden, it's going to clean up the appearance, leaving a sporty feel to the back of your Bronco. This will have a full 409 stainless steel construction, which will resist rust pretty well, especially in the drier climates, and the tips on the back are going to have a black powder coat for additional protection and, of course, to sharpen up the look and match with any other black accessories that you have on your Bronco already. This will also step it up in size, like I mentioned, with a 3-inch diameter mandrel bent piping compared to the factory 2.5, resulting in more flow or better flow, especially paired with the streamlined muffler in the rear. Now, it is also worth it to note that you are getting all of the hangers in the factory locations for a solid fit, and this system has some really clean welds to it. So for a cost-effective system, I think that's really notable. So not only are you getting a better sound and a better look with this system, but you're also getting a well-built construction. Now, it's also going to include all of the clamps and hardwares in the kit. You are getting new isolators and new brackets there, and it's not going to require any cutting or welding, making the install fairly straightforward. Now, this is going to be one of the more affordable systems, like I keep saying on the page, at around $450, and will be perfect if you're in search of an aggressive and cost-effective solution. Now, other systems in this price range will usually keep it to a high clearance design, giving this one the one-up on appearance if you'd rather have a better look for your Bronco than the off-road performance than those options bring to the table. Now, it again will also be one of the louder systems because of the straight-through build, but if that's up your alley and you want to save a few bucks and have a good looking system, then this is going to be for you. Now, like I mentioned, the install is fairly straightforward, but I am going to give it a lighter 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and if you have a little bit of mechanical background, it should only take you about 2 hours to get the job done with some fairly basic hand tools. However, at this point, we can head over to our shop and check out a detailed breakdown on how you can get this onto your four-door Bronco at home. So that's going to wrap it up for my review. Let's go ahead and jump into the install.
For this install, you need a 3/8 impact and ratchet, 3/8 extension, a 15 swivel and 15 deep, 13, 10, and 6mm socket, an exhaust hanger tool, a flexible magnet, and also not shown be a lift and pull jack. All right, today we're going to be installing a catback exhaust on our Bronco. So first we're going to watch a quick video how to uninstall a stock one, and then we'll come back here to install the new one.
So to remove the axle back portion of our exhaust, we have a clamp with a 15mm nut on it that we'll have to loosen up, as well as a couple hangers that we'll have to remove. So we can take a 15mm socket to loosen up our nut on our clamp. Next, we can pop our hanger out of our isolator using a pair of exhaust hanger removers. And now we can do the same thing on the other side for our other isolator. So So now once we have all of our hangers removed, we can pull back on our muffler to remove it. Now once we have the axle back portion of our exhaust removed, we can come up to our flange. We have two 15mm nuts that we need to remove, and then two 10mm bolts that hold our hanger. So now we can take a 15mm socket to remove our two nuts. Next, we can grab a 10mm socket for our two bolts holding in our hanger. Now lastly, we can remove our hanger that's right above the axle. So we'll get a hanger remover tool, pop that out. And now we can slide our pipe off of our flange up front and remove our exhaust pipe.
All right, we just need to take one thing off of our stock exhaust. We just have to take our front mount off. So we're gonna take our exhaust hanger tool and just pop it off the hanger. All right, now we can install this onto our new system. All right, now we just need to mount our hanger onto our front pipe here. So we're gonna have our threaded Allen bolt. We're gonna slide that through like so. Put the lock washer on and then thread it into our stud here. We're gonna grab our ratchet with our 6mm Allen and tighten that down. All right, now we just need to install some exhaust hangers onto the back of our frame. The passenger side one will go over the existing hanger. The driver's side one will attach to the back of the frame. All right, now we have our original hanger here. We're just gonna take this isolator off with our exhaust hanger tool. All right, then we have our passenger side hanger. It's gonna go over these studs like so. And we're gonna take our locking nuts and thread them on. We'll grab our ratchet and 13mm socket and tighten them down. All right, now we're gonna get our bolts. They're gonna come through the back side of the frame. So what we have is we have a magnet. This one can bend so we can fish it through the bigger hole and get it to pop out the other one. All right, just do the same thing for the other one. All right, once you have them through, we're gonna take our hanger, very gently set it over, try not to push them back through. All right, and then we're gonna take our flat washers and lock washer, and then our nut, and thread them on. All right, then we're gonna take our ratchet with our 15mm socket and tighten them down. Now on the back of the driver's side, there's this one hanger for the stock muffler. It's not gonna be used anymore, so we're gonna take it off. Just two 10mm bolts. All right, now we're gonna put our front pipe with our flange up. As you can see, we have a pull jack here, just because this doesn't support weight that well. We're gonna set it up over, put it over our studs, and then put our hanger into place. All right, now we're gonna get our mount into place. We're just gonna thread in our two factory bolts. And then we have our factory bolts, our factory nuts for our flange. All right, now we're gonna grab our impact, an extension, and a 15mm swivel socket and tighten down our flange. All right, then we're gonna grab our impact, extension, and 10mm socket and tighten down our mount. All right, now we're gonna get our over the axle pipe section up. We're gonna put our clamp over first, feed our pipe over our axle. We're gonna get this over our front pipe first, then our mount into our hanger. All right, now we can put our muffler section on. All right, now we're gonna put our muffler section up. You put our clamp over our pipe first, slide into our over the axle pipe. All right, now we have our two supplied isolators. All right, now we have our supplied hangers, which you could put over our exhaust and our mounts that we added on. All right, now we can go back and tighten everything. All right, now we're gonna start at our front clamp here. Grab our impact and 15mm socket and tighten that down. All right, now we have our clamp for our muffler section. Same thing, impact and 15mm socket. All right, now we're gonna put our tips on. Just gonna slide it over the end of the pipe. Make sure you have your clamp on there first. Make sure it's straight. And grab your impact and 15mm socket and tighten the clamp down. All right, you do the same thing for the other tip. All right, and that wraps up our install of our Red Rock catback exhaust with black tips for a 2021 Bronco newer 4-door, excluding the Raptor. And remember, for everything Bronco, keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.